What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to basketball. If you're wondering why I look so sweaty, it's because I just came back from a doubleheader volleyball game. Yes, I do have a life outside of basketball. Believe it or not, I really like volleyball. We got 2 dubs today, and I wanted to make sure I got my recording in before my fiance got home and I could just hang out with her. So you guys get my recording now. But anyway, day 3 of free agency. Not quite as much action as to be expected, right? We expect things to kind of slow down as we kind of progress through these things. Still some names left on the board, but just want to do another recap of today so that we can all come together and hear our thoughts about things and then leave them in the comments below. And remember, I've responded to every single comment on my YouTube channel up to this point, and I intend to keep on doing so. But hey, a reminder, if you guys put any like rude or just like kind of combative comments in there or anything, I'm going to hit you with an objection. I'll timestamp you to this point and everything. And then if you do it again, then I just hide you from the channel. But yeah, let's talk about the moves today. First one today, the Clippers stay active, giving Mo Bamba what I presume a 1-year minimum contract. That's a solid move at the end of the day, man. The Clippers are just trying to put together the most solid roster that they can up to this point, right? They want to be as competitive as possible. That's very evident. And again, we've talked about how a lot of these contracts that they're giving out are going to be pretty easy ones to move at the end of the day, which I think is smart because after this season, right, they kind of make back some money after the new stadium and everything, right? They have a fun first season at the new place. Then they can start selling all these guys and be like, hey, give us some picks back, and they can start the rebuild process because we all presume that's the direction that it's going. I don't know how they would get back into title contention at this point, but hey, crazier things have happened in the NBA. But shout out Mo Bamba, should be able to be a nice like reserve big for them. Donovan Mitchell got a 3-year, $150.3 million maximum contract extension. We had heard that the Cavs were all in on Donovan Mitchell. No surprise, like all NBA level talent. He's damn near impossible to guard at times. Like Donovan Mitchell's one of the best we got in this game, man, and deservedly so, getting his payday. Cleveland, there you go. Y'all got your franchise guy at the end of the day. James Wisman getting a 2-year contract with the Indiana Pacers. I can't say I'm like surprised at all. They obviously lost Jalen Smith, so they could use another reserve center or something like that, right? James Wisman obviously is a really interesting case. Like I remember watching his tape in college and everything because I was in college at the same time, and I just thought like, wow, this guy is so incredibly talented, and he is. Like there's a lot going for him. His level of athleticism is pretty off the chart for his size. It's just he's got a really weird way he plays the game. Like I think part of all those years of just kind of missing basketball games probably just caught up to him and wasn't quite ready to adjust to NBA speed, but he can still have some solid nights at the end of the day because he is that talented at the end of the day. So maybe Indiana finds a way to unlock him. I mean, they play a lot faster style. He's a center that can get up and down the court pretty quickly compared to other ones. So maybe, just maybe, we can find something here. I'm very curious to see this move, actually. I think it's a really good signing. We have a correction. Gary Harris got $1 million more than expected. Shout out Gary Harris for that one, man. Kemba Walker retired too. Shout out Kemba Walker, one of the few bright spots of those like Charlotte Hornet Bobcat days. What did he have, like one playoff run with them? I remember that team with like Al Jefferson and them boys. Like, man, they played the Heat or something like that. I feel like I remember Josh McRoberts getting like a monster jam in that or something. Or did he get blocked by LeBron? I can't even remember. It was something like that. But man, cardiac Kemba, man, he was special to watch. And these Hornets jerseys, they were something. Mo Wagner is returning to the Magic on a 2-year, $22 million deal. I believe he was making like $8 million a year before, so a nice little raise there. Gets to stay with his brother. I like Mo Wagner a lot. If anything, he plays with just a ton of attitude. Like he embodies the asshole, right? Like that's what he is. He's just an asshole out there, and I love that. Like I mean that in the best way possible. Like he's talking shit the whole time. He's being physical. He's like, I'm bigger, stronger than all you guys, and I'm gonna let you know it. I just think you need a guy like that. You need a scrapper on every team like that that's just going to come and he's going to get dirty. Like, I think every great team has one, and I'm glad that he's that guy because Franz is a little quieter, you know, and he's got a lot more to do. Like, Mo's out there if you need to get a technical, right? Like, you know what I'm saying by that? Like, you can't have Franz doing that, so we got Mo to do that. And I just love whenever he gets going. I'll always be like, there's a little bit of Mo knocking at the door. You know, like momentum. You guys get it. It doesn't matter. I'm tired and sweaty. By the way, quick volleyball note. This is completely off topic. So I played high-level basketball, right? And so I've had my teammates adjust how they set the ball to me because in volleyball, you set it like very much up in the air. And in basketball, you know, an alley-oop is much more of like a lined like angle to get to the rim, right? And then I'd go up and catch and dunk. You guys understand how an alley-oop works. I've started telling my teammates in volleyball to like kind of line it at me more at the net. big moves are being made at that point. Big moves. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. Xavier Tillman is coming back to the Celtics. The Celtics continue to kind of maintain that center rotation that they had, which makes a lot of sense. You know, their main two guys subject to get hurt at any time, and some of the guys that they brought in, the Cornets, right, the Cadas, and now Tillman, all provide something just a little bit different for the team. So I'm glad that they've kind of reinforced that spot and everything, especially because they went and got Baylor Shireman. Obviously, Jordan Walsh will continue to develop. Like, they're pretty solid at the wing, and they've got some other guys like Springer and stuff at guard if they really need to work into the reserves. So this is awesome. A nice 2-year deal for Xavier Tillman. That trade at the end of the day was worth it. Jonathan Isaac, oh my gosh, 5 years, $84 million. Can we just like clap it up for Jonathan Isaac? What a journey has this guy been on in his career. Like, we saw early on in his career, we're like, this guy could be a defensive player of the year one year, and then just injury, and dude just fought back, and he continues to be like a really valuable piece to this Magic franchise. And I know Magic fans love him. It seems like the team just loves him. Seems like a really great dude from everything that people have told me. So like, just shout out Jonathan Isaac, man. Glad he's getting another big ass contract. Keeps working his way back. Let's just keep hoping for more health, man. Keep hoping for more health for Jonathan Isaac. He's a really interesting guy, like in terms of basketball sense, because like he can really guard every single position on the court, more than capable of it, honestly. And it's like, what position do you want to play him as? Like, he makes sense as like a 4-3, but can play the 5 if needed. Like, works best probably without the basketball, but he started hitting some corner threes in the playoffs. So I'm excited to see more Jonathan Isaac, man. Good for him. Keep getting paid. I keep thinking, like, when I see all these contracts, I'm like, these teams got to be getting close to the cap or whatever, but not nowadays, man. It's insane. Kyle Anderson, a part of a sign-and trade to the Golden State Warriors. Kind of interesting. Kind of like, I'm very curious to see Kyle Anderson in the Warriors system, right? Because ideally, he gets to play like that Draymond role when Draymond comes out of the game. So you should always have like 2 Draymonds in the game, which I think is going to be good for Kyle, and it's just going to be good for the Warriors. I think if there was a couple places that he'd fit, this is where it would be. Obviously, we can talk about the jump shot as much as you want. It's ugly. It's ugly, and it doesn't go in much. But hey, like Kyle Anderson, like nice, just smart, quality basketball player. Like, and if he's operating in the paint or around the nail, he might just be money. He might just be money. So shout out Kyle Anderson, man. Obviously, the Warriors get a future second-round pick swap and some cash, or the Timberwolves do. Cool. You got something for him at the end of the day. I don't think it made sense to bring him back, honestly. Like, I'm not sure he completely fit. He had some really good moments, obviously, in Minnesota. I can tell you the people here, very hit or miss on slow-mo, but no, he had a great time here and obviously helped put this team where it was at. So shout out Kyle Anderson. Golden State Warriors bringing in 2 new coaches. I'm just kind of reading this stuff now. Terry Stotts and Jerry Stackhouse. 2 very respectable names, man, to bring into the organization. The Warriors starting to transition a little bit, right? Like, making some new moves, bringing in some new faces. Exciting times. An underrated move of today, Monte Morris to the Phoenix Suns. The Suns get a legitimate point guard on their roster, and a guy that's played with star-level players before, is a great facilitator, historically a really good shooter. This year he was kind of off. Obviously, he missed a big chunk of the first half of the season when he was with the Pistons. Yeah, he was with the Pistons, and then that swap happened. Was it Troy Brown? No, Troy Brown was already there. I don't even remember who they like traded to go get him. I don't remember. But I thought the Monte Morris to Minnesota move was a really smart move at the time. He just never quite found his footing yet, and I hope with a full offseason and he's completely healthy, this could be a very, very valuable piece to the Suns. The Suns have secretly made a couple really nice additions to like build some depth, add some quality players to the roster. So Phoenix Suns, like, doing well so far. And can I just say as well, I've been talking about this with people in the Discord and in the comments, so shout out to those of you commenting and being active in the Discord. Have we seen a move yet that like hasn't made any sense to us? Like, like when I say make any sense, being like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't understand. Like, I genuinely think teams are being very, very smart with this free agency. Like, you can talk about pay or whatever. I know I've seen some people be like, the Tobias Harris deal doesn't make any sense. I'm like, yes, it does. Like, you need those veterans like on that team. That is the most important thing for that team right now. Consider it an investment in making sure that your young guys are actually becoming something. You've got quality basketball players on the court. Like, yeah, like, is it an overpay for his talent? Yeah, but who else are you paying right now? Like, who gives a shit? And that looks like all of it today, y'all. A pretty simple day all said and done, which is nice for me because I gotta go get cleaned up. I am a gross boy at the moment, and volleyball is really fun. If y'all play volleyball, like, let me know, because I'm trying to get better at it too. Like, I'm not good at anything besides spiking. Like, obviously, 6'5" basketball player. That's what I do, right? The rest of it, I'm still kind of trying to figure out. So if y'all got any volleyball advice for me, y'all let me know, because I'm always trying to get better. But hey, appreciate you guys as always. And hey, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.